welcome back. I have a new pair of cichlids that I want to show you that I'm adding to the fish room. These come out of Africa and they come from Lake Tanganyika. And they are called Lamprologus conguensis. These are a shell dweller. And I also picked them up because they are on the critically endangered species list starting back in 2006. So I was really excited to pick these guys up. When the package came, I already had opened up the box because I wanted to make sure they were alive and doing well because it was kind of hot outside, and they arrived very, very safe. As you can see, plenty of oxygen in the bags, no problem, they were packaged well. Now, I could not tell, and I'm trying to let you guys get a visual, but I really couldn't tell the male from female at this point in the bag. So we're going to float these guys for about half an hour and we're going to get a better look at them. Now, while putting them into the tank, I was able to see it is quite a size difference between the two. So I can tell the bigger one is the male. So I'm happy about that. I can tell the difference between the two. And I'm happy to get back into shellies again. I used to have shell dwellers many years ago. I used to breed the multifasciatuses, and I really enjoyed the personality and watching them into the aquarium, so I wanted to get back into it. So at this point in time, I think I have about 4 species, different species of shellies. So right away, when I added these two into the aquarium, the female hid up under the shell, under the sponge filter, and he chased her a little bit. And I was quite concerned about them getting along. But the next day, total difference. She started showing a little bit more dominance, and they're getting along great. Now, if you could take a look at her, you can see the female from the male, because the female has the 2 black spots on her dorsal fin. Now, when reading up on these cichlids, it mentioned that female will start displaying those spots, and they will get larger and larger. And it noticeably so, because when I first put her into the aquarium, it was 2 little black spots that you really couldn't see too well. But now they're getting larger and larger. Now, another thing I read up on these two, this species here, is that when breeding happens, or when the female's in the mood for breeding, she will start to develop those spots. And she will also start displaying a technique like when the male takes a cave or a shell for himself, the female will go and dig large holes up underneath the shell. Now, she did that because he had the shell in the front of the tank. She dug a large, massive hole underneath it. He left that shell, went to the back, and she did the same thing. And he left that shell. But then now, a couple of days later, they're staying around each other. He's actually showing and following along a little bit more. So now they're showing more of a spawning behavior. So if they decide to spawn, what was going to happen is she's going to go into the shell. She'll deposit her eggs. He will fertilize them, and then she will guard the eggs and take care of the eggs from there. So I'm hoping that takes place. But at least at this point, I'm so happy that they're getting along. Now, if you guys want to get into shellies too, just keep in mind you want to have a lot of sand in the tank, and don't try to decorate the aquarium, because wherever you put the shells, they're going to maneuver those shells to where they want them. And that's how it's going to be for them. That's what they move the shells around. Also too, these, if you want to have companions for these fish, use those that can get along, like cichlids like Cyprichromis that swim on the top of the aquarium, or Neon Lamprologus bichardis, because these fish can be very territorial when it comes to guarding their shells or different parts of the aquarium, and they will do that. Now, another thing too is their temperature when it comes to their pH in water. They recommend keeping the pH around 8.0 to 8.5. Me, myself, I keep mine's, my water right out of the tap is around 7.6, 7.5. So I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm not going to try to buff up the hardness of my aquarium. I'm going to let it be. And they also do recommend the temperature being 77 to 80 degrees, and this is around 79 to 80, so they're fine there. So I just wanted to take a moment for you guys to see that. Also too, I actually ordered a racking system for these fish because I'm good. Like I said, I actually have 4 sets of shell dwellers now, because I did pick up the gold ocellatus, and I'll show you guys a video on that in the future as well. But they're not going to be in this video today. But I am going to set up a new racking system. And what I'm going to put on there, I'm going to add it and put it right by this racking system here. And I'm going to use these 2 20 gallons. And I also have 2 30 talls. I'm going to set all these up on that racking system. And I'm going to put mostly shellies on, well, 2 groups on this rack. And I'm going to keep the 2 pairs that I have on the rack they're already in. So I just want to get you guys an update on what's taking place in the fish room at this point when it comes to my shellies. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'm going to show you some video footage of these shell dwellers that I do have set up at this point. So please enjoy, and please like and subscribe.